St Thérèse of Lisieux is nothing less than a spiritual genius, a prophet, a courageous innovator, a spiritual pioneer who, through her life and teaching, proposed to the Church an entirely new model of holiness. St Pius X called her the greatest saint of modern times. Pope Pius XI, a masterpiece of grace and nature, going so far as to say that if her way of spiritual childhood became general, it would bring about the reform of human society. St. John Paul II put to rest any possible doubt about her teaching by naming her a doctor of the Church. Although, doctrinally speaking, the foundation of the Church's proclamation of the gospel has always been the unconditional love of God, at the time Thérèse was born, there had been more than 2 centuries of a pastoral emphasis on appeasing the Lord's justice. The result? Most believers were afraid of approaching God. And so, at the dawn of the 20th century, divine providence raised up little Thérèse to help the Church rediscover the heart of the Gospels. Christ's revelation that God was our Father, a loving, merciful Father. The primacy of love for the interior life, cultivating a disposition of abandonment, trust, and confidence, modeling for us the way of spiritual childhood and littleness. The life and teaching of Thérèse, more than that of any other saint, made holiness accessible to everyone, even ordinary folks like you and me. Practically speaking, her teaching has a way of inspiring and encouraging all those who have found the pursuit of holiness daunting and thought it unattainable. We could never adequately express how significant and revolutionary her teaching was at that time and still is to this day. And that's why Linda and I are so excited for the opportunity to begin sharing with you something of what we've learned from Thérèse. For this first series, Linda has prepared an inspiration to accompany each of our videos, which we'll be posting over the next 4 weeks. They'll present some unforgettable quotes for you to ponder, as well as highlight 4 characteristics in the life of Thérèse that set her apart from the vast majority of saints. 4 characteristics conspicuously absent from her life that have significant implications for our understanding of holiness and what holiness may or may not look like in this day and age, and more importantly, in your life and ours. So, on to week 1, St. Thérèse and mystical phenomena.